I visited a ton of co-working spaces across Lisbon, and I'm here to tell you which are good, which are not so good, and let's do a tier list out of it, shall we? Alright, so I got my tier list template right here. I have my list of co-working spaces I visited and my second monitor. Let's get to it. The first one is the Idea Spaces at Palácio, which is the Portuguese word for palace. It's literally a co-working space in the basement of a palace, so not that fancy, but still looks super cool. I loved it. It's a chain of co-working spaces. The Idea Spaces, they have 4 different ones in Lisbon. Spoiler alert, I visited 3 of the 4, but they are by far my favorite. They host pretty regular events. They even have a Google Calendar that you can subscribe to that list all the events. They have beauty days, they have foosball table tournaments, and they have every single Thursday they have community hours, so you can network and you can have drinks and snacks, and it's a community, right? It's not just a co-working space. And for that, I'll put this one at A tier, and you'll see why. I know I just raved about them, but the second one I have is the one in São Sebastião, which, sorry, the names are all in Portuguese. It's pretty close to the one in Palácio. It took me like 10 minutes walking distance, and I'm a pretty slow walker. That one I'll put at S tier, and I'm going to explain you why. It has the most gorgeous views, and I'll be trying to put in clips of what I'm telling you about. I didn't get to work while I was there because I went there just for the happy hour. I'm not sure if it wasn't happening at the other one that I was at or whatever, but they were having both the happy hour and a kind of clothes exchange that I am super sad that I didn't get to bring any of my clothes to because I have a lot of stuff to get rid of. So that's why I'm putting this one at S tier, and you can see we're starting pretty high. Next up, we have Heden Rossio, which is at a train station, a very beautiful, popular train station in Lisbon. Location is top-notch. It's very central to Lisbon, and it's very good in terms of transport. It's literally in a train station. I want to put it at C tier, and I'll tell you why. Idea Spaces, I don't think they had free coffee, but the coffee they did have wasn't too expensive, and it was the best coffee in the world. They had a vanilla cappuccino, and if you want to get my attention, give me a vanilla cappuccino and I'll be won over. But this one didn't have as great of a coffee. So is it wrong to judge a co-working space by the coffee? I don't know. It was still free, so that's good. But I'll put it at C tier because it didn't wow me. It didn't have anything to wow me, but it wasn't bad. I don't think there's any of them that were particularly bad, to be honest. So next up we have Résvés, which, again, sorry, Portuguese, but this one I'm probably going to put at B. It's this one right here, and again, I'll show pictures on screen and videos so you guys can get an idea of what it's like in there. And by the way, I'm also sharing these as shorts either before or after this video goes up, so go check out my channel or subscribe if they're not there yet. They will be within the next week or so, but this one won me over because of the, I don't know what you call it, fishnet. They have a net bed where you could just sit back or lay back and relax, and that kind of won me over. It's kind of like scary if you're scared of heights, because if you look down you see the kitchen in the bottom floor, so it's no floor, just a net that you can lay on. But to me, I'm crazy, that's pretty cool, so I really like that. For that, I'll give them a B rating. Next up we have Vibe Social. This one is central, you can't get much more central than this in Lisbon. It's pretty close to where I was studying when I was in uni, and so it's pretty cool, an area that I'm super familiar with. And this one has a special thing saying it's open until 10 p.m. And I don't know about you, but I feel like I do my best to work at night. So I actually stayed here until probably 9 p.m. on the day that I visited, because why not? They also had free coffee, so I'll put them at... I'm between B and A. I wish I would have spent more time there. I think if I did, I would put them in A, because they also had not too expensive like food to eat there. They had like pizzas and stuff. I'm gonna give them an A. I think they deserve it. I needed to spend more time there. So next up we have SoHome. This one really does justice to the name. It really feels like you're in a homey place. They had a good outside space. They had free coffee. It wasn't the best coffee. And also, I don't know, the vibes weren't that great. So I'll put them at C just because they had a great outside space that I didn't make use of, but that I think if I did, I would put them as C. If not, I would put them at D, but let's keep them at C. Let's be nice. Next up, we have Avila spaces in the Saldanha area. They had a great outside space, and I visited all the spaces back in November, which may sound like winter for some of you, but November was pretty nice weather here. So I actually spent the time that I was there outside in the balcony space they have, and they had free coffee, free hot chocolate, which was also great. They also had a cake that was pretty good, that looked homey. But for that, I think I'm between an A and a B again. But I think I'll put them in A. Next up, still in Saldanha, so pretty close. It was like 200 meters away from this last one, was the Idea Spaces. Once again, the third one that I visited. I got there pretty late because I went to this one first and it was on the same day. But I did get there in time for the community hour, happy hour. I met some great people while I was there, and obviously they had the drinks, but the snacks, they had a charcuterie board. They had chips with truffle and stuff like that. I love snacks. I'm a big snacker, so this one goes directly to S tier. I don't care. And I heard, this may be just a rumor, so I don't know how truth it is, but I heard they're going to put in a pool at this co-working space. And let me tell you, if they do put a pool in, I hope they want to collab with me further, because I know they collabed with me on the first two that I visited. So please, if you do end up putting a pool in, invite me over at least for a day, because I love pools and I want to visit that space again, maybe on a Thursday, who knows, so I can go to the community hour. I can't see anything better than putting a pool in a place that I already listed at S tier. Yeah, maybe future video coming on that one. Okay, two more left. We have SCAPE, which is right under the bridge. That bridge that looks the same in Lisbon that it does in San Francisco. This one is right under the bridge, which is both good because it has the best view. The only downside of this one is it was super noisy. The cars passing by on the bridge, there's like this metal road kind of thing that makes a shit ton of noise. That becomes white noise after a bit, so you get used to it. But then whenever a train gets onto the bridge, because underneath the cars there goes a train, whenever a train comes up, it's so noisy. The whole thing feels like it's shaking and it's going to fall down at any second. It's awful. So highly recommend going there. They also have an outside space that's right by the river. But please get yourself a pair of noise canceling headphones before you go there. And they also have a dog. For that reason, yeah, the coffee was paid. I'll put it at B tier. The location was hard to access though, but the B tier is looking lonely. Whatever. And last but not least, we have Nimbler spaces in Marquês, Pombal. This is like the main roundabout, or the most central roundabout in Lisbon. It's very pretty. You can see right here in the preview. And not only did it have, you'll see a theme on this. I love co-working spaces that you get free coffee in, because while you're working, especially if you're spending a full day there, you want coffee. So you don't want to spend €1 on coffee. If you're American, you probably think I'm crazy, but that's a lot to be spending on coffee, especially if you're a refill person like me. I don't want to be spending that on top of the price to be at the co-working space. I love a space that has free coffee, especially if that free coffee is good. And this one was good. And they also have free Kit Kat bars. So for that reason, I think it should go up to an A. Again, I didn't spend that much time there, but I think I would have a great time. They also had a great kitchen where you could heat up your lunch. Maybe I need to spend an entire day at one of these. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. I may do that sometime. Nonetheless, maybe on that one if they end up putting a pool in. Who knows? I'll leave a link down below actually for the app that I use to book most of these. It's actually called Croissant, like the French pastry, and it allows you basically to, for a single membership, visit any co-working spaces across the globe. So you can visit the ones you have close to your home, and also if you're traveling, you can visit those while you're there. So it's pretty cool if you ask me. I actually have an affiliate link, so if you use that link down below, you get, I believe, €15, and I get €15, so it's a win-win situation. So go check it out, join it if you like. If not, no worries, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.